I remember reading a story about a girl who had lost her arms and her legs from some crazy disease or bacteria, but had no idea that anything like that would ever happen to me. The day after I graduated high school, I moved to become a massage therapist. My plan with that was so that I could travel the world and snowboard and have this job that would travel with me. I was at work one day. I started my day feeling great. After my third massage, I was exhausted. That night, my temperature was 101, which is just typical flu-like symptoms. The next morning, my temperature broke, but that afternoon, instead of feeling better, I started to feel worse. I ended up falling into the deepest sleep I have ever felt. Out of nowhere, I heard a voice say, "Amy, get up and look in the mirror." As I was sitting up, I realized that something was really wrong. My heart was beating out of my chest, I was shaking, I was weak, I could barely sit up, and I realized that I couldn't feel my feet. When I looked down at my feet, I saw that my feet were purple, and then I glanced at my hands and I saw that my hands were purple. Everything just hit at once. I was dying and I knew it. I had never heard of bacterial meningitis before. For whatever reason, I came in contact with it, didn't fight it off. Over the course of, I'd say 3 months, I ended up losing my spleen, my kidneys, the hearing in my left ear, and then both of my legs below the knees. All that mattered for me was surviving the next day and just thinking, okay, so I lost my legs, now I need to get new legs so I can walk. It was really hard to learn how to walk again. It felt so foreign, and you can't even prepare yourself for it. My motivation for walking and just getting healthy and getting through everything was honestly to snowboard again. That's where my friends were, and that's what I loved doing, and so I just thought the faster I can learn to walk, the faster I'll be able to snowboard again. It's really challenging snowboarding with prosthetic legs. Normal legs have ankle flexion. So if your ankles flex, then your knees flex. And if you don't have ankle flexion, like with most prosthetic feet, then your knees don't really bend. When I first started snowboarding, I just went up in my walking feet, and in my mind and in my body, I knew how to ride, but my legs weren't allowing me to do what I was used to them doing. It put me on this journey of trying to figure out a setup and feet that would work for me so that I could snowboard again. Right now, every foot that's on the market is for walking. There's 0 feet for snowboarding. The foot that I snowboard in now is a walking foot. I customize my feet. I end up putting heel lifts underneath the heel. That puts me on my toe edge. It also helps my knees bend. And then I take this little red tab off, and this lever moves, so it's kind of like an articulating ankle. When I lost my legs, I had no idea what my life would be like. I had no idea what was possible, how far I could go, if I could snowboard again. But I completely believed in myself, enough to where now, through a lot of trial and error, I'm doing these things. If I had the opportunity to suddenly have my legs back, I wouldn't take it. Because of what I've gone through, I've been able to go on and do all this great stuff and work with amazing people and help people and just honestly live the life of my dreams, which I don't know if that would have happened had I not lost my legs. It's not a matter of you can do anything. The reality is we can't do anything. I mean, I've got 2 prosthetic legs. Like, there are certain things that maybe are not possible. But it's just more about, I think, if you are passionate about something and you work hard enough at it, that anything's possible.